What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Traders Brawl podcast, Fitness with Financial Freedom, the first of its kind in Dubai. In this podcast, we always interview guests who are pioneering in this industry of Web3, blockchain, entrepreneurship. We are a voice for entrepreneurs. So today, the special guest that I have is Mario from Dreamster, who will be talking about NFTs in the music industry. Before that, I am the host. I'm Adel. Welcome if you're new, and let's get straight to it. Yep. So Mario, we met on LinkedIn, didn't we?
LinkedIn, yep.
And you messaged me, didn't you?
Yep. Tons of mutual connections. I said this face looks familiar. I think I've actually seen you at a couple of events here in Dubai.
Right.
And your profile popped up, so I was like, let's make the connection.
Fantastic.
Yep.
And from then on, we met in person at that last event, Expedition Trek by CoinW.
Yep, CoinW.
So let's break it down. So why don't you just give a brief introduction about who you are and why you're here in Dubai?
Okay. Well, I am a native of Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. Come from an athletic background. I used to play American football.
We can see that.
American football. I ran track, in high school, was a state champion in the 400 meters.
Right.
Ended up playing American football in college on the collegiate level. Played defensive back, special teams, punt return, kick return. So, you got to have speed to play those positions, and you pretty much got to be able to think fast. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, after playing football in college, graduated with a degree in mass media arts, radio, TV, and film production. Oh. And I took an internship at one of the news production stations in the United States. And I learned that, okay, I actually love production. I love media production, radio production, but I wasn't ready to step into that as a professional. So I continued to pursue my athletic career in sports. So I actually signed with a professional football team in the Arena Football League. Wow. So I played arena football for a couple of years. While I was playing arena football, I went back to school and got a master's degree in business. Nice. And with a concentration in healthcare management. And so after completing the degree, finishing up playing football, kind of sustained a small injury, just kind of like after the off season working out. And I said, you know what, I need to go ahead and, jump into, my professional career after sports. And so I actually started a mental health practice. Wow. So started mental health practice in 2009, and we provide outpatient mental health services for adults, children, and adolescents. And so been running that company, providing the therapy, psychiatric needs, nursing evaluations and everything. Been running that company. We received tons of accreditations from CARF International. So that is the accrediting body that makes sure the company is providing the quality care and make sure we're, a sufficient company to provide the treatment. But aside from that, I got involved in the blockchain space in 2016. Got involved with one of my old teammates from high school. We were actually in the process of building a bike sharing program, and so we were looking for different ways to raise funds. And that's when he introduced the crowdfunding through an ICO. And I was like, ICO, what is this? And so it was a load of information thrown on me very quickly. So I had to learn about what the blockchain was. I had to learn what Ethereum was, and pretty much how everything worked together in order to raise funds through this particular application. And so I didn't know much about Bitcoin. I actually learned about Ethereum first. And so did my research, learned about Ethereum, learned about building decentralized applications on their platform. And that's when I realized, I was like, man, my brother was already working in the music industry in Atlanta. He produced some pretty good artists. One artist's name was Maceo, had a really popular hit song in the Southeast region of the U.S., received multiple awards for the song. My brother produced multiple other artists and worked with some of the bigger name artists that we know, like Future and T.I., Rocco, just some of the bigger names. So my brother is really known in the music industry in the United States. My brother's name is Mario Butler, and so he's on our team at for the Dreamster project as well. And so which led me into, okay, how can we build something? How can we create something that can bridge the gap between the music industry and this new technology? So, but before we did that, I had to learn my way. I had to learn what the technology was, how it worked, and how can we actually make this a reality. And so, of course, you had the boom 2017, 2018, 2019, a bunch of companies creating projects that were just white paper ideas. Yeah. And so that was something I went through. I saw a lot of companies create projects. Some did follow through and some did not. But I wanted to, create a project to make sure that we follow through on what we say we're going to deliver. And so got into it, got connected with another company called Dragon Chain based in the US, and they're like a blockchain infrastructure company, and learn more about their ecosystem, learn more about NFTs, blockchain, smart contracts, and decided I want to go ahead and start my own company, and that's how we started Dreamster.
Wow, that's one hell of an intro. Love it. You're like a million pieces in one. Yep. So you let's take it back. Let's unpack that. So come back to where you were an athlete, and you still are. Mm-hmm. Was there a point in your career? I mean, because you did it as a career, didn't you? And then you stopped and you went to do a master's in business. Mm-hmm. What made you change and do a master's in business from your career? So I realized, as growing up as a young guy in Atlanta, I was always involved in business, right? I sold cars at a young age. I would go to, auctions and buy cars at the age of 14, 15. Wow. And get them at a discount price and sell them for more once I get it back to my home. And, just multiple businesses that we were involved in growing up as a young guy. So I said, you know what? I want to go back to school and actually learn more about the structure of how business actually really works. So when I do get out here and I start another venture or something, I will actually have the skill set that I need and the education I need to go ahead and get started. But I primarily chose the healthcare industry because I was doing research at the time, and I learned that the baby boomer industry, they were, headed to retirement, and this was the next industry up for us, as I would say, millennials, Gen Z. We're the next generation up after the baby boomers to step into the healthcare industry, and so that's why I chose healthcare. But yeah, man. So as an athlete, she got involved, man. Just got involved in. What's your question again? Oh, just how you went from career in sports to going into doing a master's in.
So as from playing arena football, I was doing the master's degrees simultaneously. Oh, okay. So I was like, what, I definitely want to have a fallback plan.
Oh, right, of course.
For what we're doing, and so I just decided to go ahead and pursue that master's degree and make sure that I'm going to have something substantial that I can fall back on after football.
Right. Yeah. And now fast forward to now, how many years has it been since you've been in the Web3 space, would you say?
So I would say now about 20, I got in at 2016, so that's about 8 years.
Okay, 8 years.
Yep.
And when did you realize, or when did you know that you wanted to do something with music? Is it because your brother had success in that and you saw success, so you thought maybe we could bridge it with Web3?
So just based on my experience, I've been around music since the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
music is everywhere.
We had the vinyl records in the basement. You know,
I can't go 2 meters without Shazamming.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's just
man.
me.
So yeah, I grew up around, you know, just playing vinyl records on, you know, on the music players back in the day, and we even had 8-track players in our house. So for people who don't know what 8-tracks are, they're the large cassette tapes. They're very large, about that big. It looks like a cassette, but you would put it in, you know, the machine like similar to a VCR, and play the music, and then you had the cassettes, and then so been around music forever, man. And my brother, with his success and being around the production side, being around the management side, and also helping out with the management and production side of things, I was like, man, you know what? I built a lot of connections, you know, met a lot of people in the industry. I said, this is something that I really, really need to dig a little bit deeper in, especially with Web3.
Right.
So.
Right. Very nice. And so now you're in Dubai. Why Dubai? And how long you been here?
So I've always had a dream to want to come to Dubai.
Really?
Because I used to get a lot of pop-ups, man, on social media.
Yeah.
This when I was actually on Facebook and everything, and they were saying information about Dubai that, hey man, if you're interested in coming to Dubai, you can actually get a sand dune and invest, and showing the different things that will come that they were building here. So I think, I want to go experience it.
Yeah.
But then when I learned that Dubai was building and becoming the #1 country for technology, Web3, and actually building and creating a regulatory platform for it. So because in crypto there were not many regulatory compliance rules that we could actually follow to get involved in the space. Excuse me. So Dubai created, they had the license through, they offered the license through DMCC, which is Dubai Multi-Commodity Center. They offered a license through them as an NFT marketplace. So I did some research. I said, you know what? I think this would be good for us when we're, building our platform. And so yeah, we sought out to DMCC, reached out through. I met another guy on LinkedIn, and he was able to help me get connected with the right people here in Dubai, and we went ahead and got the license as NFT marketplace.
Wow!
Yep.
And now here you are in Dubai. You've registered your company as Dreamster World. Is that right?
Yeah, Dreamster.
Dreamster. Sorry, yeah, Dreamster. And Dreamster is a platform. Well, you probably are better at describing this than I am. But you're trying to help artists essentially sell peer to peer. Is that right?
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, with Dreamster, we are a Web3 music streaming company with a crypto ecosystem, because we have multiple products. Our first primary product that we're going to be launching in the next couple of weeks is our token gated music streaming platform, where musicians and music lovers can come, listen to music. As a musician / creator, you can upload your music. You can upload your music for free.
Yeah. Or
you can tag the option to add an actual smart contract, which is an NFT to your music. And so, and also on the platform we have what is called a backstage pass. So we wanted to make sure that the fans can have a real interaction with the musician. So now the fans can come in, they can buy the Dreamster token, and you have to have the Dreamster token to get access to the backstage pass.
Right.
So in backstage, you can do virtual meets with the musician. You can direct message the musician. You can do listening. You can join the listening parties with the musician, and tons of other features. But just to have a more interpersonal relationship, as if you were actually invited backstage at a concert.
Right.
Yep. So.
Kanye West was actually, I think, in the news. Well, not in the news. Actually, within his own social media, I saw that he's looking to delist from Spotify. and one of those music streaming platforms, not just Spotify, and just sell directly from his own, I'm assuming, website. And I think he's quite bullish on blockchain as well. It looks like there's other people doing this right now.
Right.
So does that mean that you might be faced with competition with others who are, artists themselves? They probably can fund it themselves and say, like, look, I'll hire XYZ, make me sell my music, create a smart contract for me, and I'll just sell my music directly to the people.
So I don't really look at it as a competition, so even for the bigger players like Spotify, Apple Music, because when those companies created their platforms, man, they have a massive machine, right, with the streaming service, and right now the music the industry is just evolving. That's all. That's the only thing that's happening, right? So we went from vinyls to cassette tapes, CDs,
MP3 players,
MP3 streaming, and now we're going to blockchain and tokenization of music. And so for individuals like Kanye West, like, of course, it's like a free market. He has the option to go ahead, and if he want to sell his music directly from his platform, he can do that. Or if people want to choose the Dreamster music platform, they can choose that as well. So we're kind of calling ourselves like the Airbnb and the Uber of the music industry.
Understood.
So individuals have an option to come in and they can listen to music for free. They can actually buy music and own music versus renting music.
Right.
So we just created that feature where in 2024 and beyond, where individuals can actually own music, and they're going to be able to own music through smart contracts.
So on the Dreamster platform, it's going to be like an app itself, like a mobile application. Is that right? And so as a platform, how are you going to onboard artists? How does that onboarding process work?
So the first thing of onboarding artists is incentivizing artists. Creating structured partnerships and educating the artists, showing and teaching the artists the benefits of using the platform. So I always talk to a lot of artists, and they'll tell you, man, my music is on all platforms, right? But your music can be on all platforms, but are you really generating revenue? So that's the first thing I'm doing, right? I've just educated them about what we're doing in Web3. Like, hey, come to our platform and we can show you, and we can provide you the service at no charge, especially when it comes to creating the NFT or just getting exposure for who you are as an individual. So the same features that you have on YouTube and all these other platforms where you can just upload music, or we have that functionality where you can come, you can sign up, you can upload music for free. But we have a whole ecosystem to get the musician involved in Web3, right? So not to mention we have our own NFT marketplace where you can create NFTs for free, which is you can utilize the lazy man process, or you can choose whatever blockchain you want. We have Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, and you can choose to pay the instant mint fee up front, or you can choose to do lazy mint. And so we have the NFT marketplace. We also have our own cryptocurrency exchange.
Oh.
So
like the Dreamster cryptocurrency exchange.
Yep, the Dreamster.exchange. And so license exchange, we built this out. We actually started building the exchange back in 2022. And the developers, were utilizing, they were building on like HTML, CSS, but we were trying to figure out what is the easiest way to onboard users for them to be able to, buy our cryptocurrency, give them the option to buy crypto with a credit card or debit card, and be able to trade crypto. So we built our own internal crypto exchange, which we have a license for, based in Lithuania as well. And then lastly, we have the Dreamster wallet. So we have a decentralized wallet, which we built. We started building this wallet back in 2022 as well, where you can store NFTs, you can store, of course, crypto, you can stake the Dreamster token, you can do swaps, and you can buy crypto as well.
So it's kind of like a MetaMask, but it's decentralized. There's no KYC. Is that right?
You can, no KYC.
No ID.
Completely decentralized.
Okay.
There are APIs that we integrated. So if you do want to buy crypto, you have to follow the KYC process on that. But other than that, we're also in talks with some other companies as far as cashing out from crypto to fiat. So we're going to be integrating that as well. So
interesting.
So yeah, man, we're a Web3 music company, but like I said, we're a whole crypto ecosystem. So we're going to not only be targeting the musicians and educating them about Web3 and music, we're going to educating them about everything crypto.
Well, I hope there'll be an academy at the Dreamster so I can host it for you.
Yeah, man, we definitely. Yep.
And now coming back to now the music industry and bringing it on the blockchain.
Yep.
So it solves in my opinion, it solves the ownership problem because it's on the blockchain. You can't tamper. It's unpenetrable. So it really verifies that you purchased it, and also it verifies that the artist actually made it. Now, does it solve the issue of piracy? Because when you can always record it on your phone, you can record, you can you go on YouTube, you can always download it.
Right. Yes.
Does it solve that problem?
Yes. So what we've done, very similar, like even if you go to Apple Music, right? When the music's up, when Apple development team upload the music on their platform, you can't download the MP3 file. I'm not sure exactly what technology they're using, but for us, we've implemented what is called IPFS. So it's an interplanetary file system. And so that way, the MP3 file is not stored on any of our servers. It's not stored on, any server that they can, hack into and download the MP3 file. So if you want to come in and attempt to record with another device, then be my guest. But you're not going to have the actual MP3 file. That information, that is not available. Excuse me. So that is what we've done as far as the metadata when it comes to the upload, when we're uploading MP3 files for the musician. So we try to protect them in that aspect. And same thing, that's why we chose to do the token gated platform. Right. Because the only way you can even download the music in the app, if it's your hard work album that you went in the studio, you put weeks of work in, and you want to really monetize your album, go with platforms like Dreamster or other platforms out here as well, but go with platforms like us where you can token gate and require people to buy the token that really represents ownership of the album, just like you back in the day when you own CDs.
Without getting too technical, if the MP3 files are not on the service, how do they get bought then and delivered to the client if they want to buy it?
So that is through the purchase of the non-fungible token.
The NFT.
The NFT. Okay. So I know tons of people. When I try to stay away from even saying the word NFT. Yeah. Because most people don't even know exactly what it is.
What it stands for, yeah.
Yeah, and they know, some people may even know what it stands for, but still don't understand the fact that it's a smart contract. Yeah. Right? That's right. So I'm entering a transaction now. I've actually made this, whether it's, from B2B or peer-to-peer, I've entered in a transaction and bought this actual album, which is now stamped in on the blockchain, right? Okay. So now musicians can see real time if they actually went gold, they went platinum. They can see, and it's transparency. Everybody, the fans can actually see. They can go in and tap into whatever blockchain. If it's a public blockchain, they can see that information. So now there's no trying to say, man, we went gold, we went platinum, but we can verify with the blockchain. But But yeah, man. So that's the whole. You know, you have musicians that have said, "Man, I solved the riddle. You know, with my music, I turned my music into an NFT." We just wanted to create the real use case, right? The real use case. So once you buy this token, how does it actually work? So you come to our platform, and now that you connect your wallet to the platform, our data, our technology reads that your wallet actually holds that NFT. So we can read the smart contract in your wallet to determine that, okay, you got access to download the music in the application and play it.
I see. So once you've bought it, then you're able to now download it, and it goes in your phone, and then you can now put it on your Apple iTunes, Apple library. No,
you can put it on the Dreamster library.
Oh, that's how it works.
So I mean, think about it, right?
Yeah.
If you don't pay your subscription fee to Apple, what can you do?
Well, the thing is, I imported music into my Apple library, so you don't have to. You can import music there.
Oh yeah. We have a Dreamster library playlist. Yeah.
But say if I wanted to send that to my laptop, would that be possible? Once after having bought it, or no?
So you won't be able to. We haven't got that far yet. With the tech, as far as sending it off the application. Right.
Because what if they want to listen to it and they're not in an internet environment?
So yeah, we are building that.
Right. There you go.
Where you can listen without being on the internet if you have the application.
If you have the application.
Right. Got it. So this is all in app. So the thing is, instead of paying subscription, where if you don't pay your rent, then you can't get access.
Yeah, I got you.
You get what I'm saying? And so think about it, right? If you go to certain, I'm not going to mention the names, but if you go to certain platforms where you buy movies online, and they put you put it in your little library, you know, whatever they call it, and you can watch the movie, right?
Yeah.
But what else can you do with that movie? I can't sell it to you. It's still stuck on this centralized platform.
Unless you log in, of course.
Right. So this is what we're pushing to the musicians, right? This is what we're pushing to the fans. We're pushing to the musician, like, hey man, you know, you're gonna get paid real time. You know, if you got a community of 10,000 people, 20,000 people, and they really, really are fans of your music, you can monetize them. You can charge them for your album. They actually get to own your album. They actually get to utilize and download and listen to your album.
And they can flaunt it by saying, look, I bought it. Here's my proof.
Right.
I'm on the blockchain.
So now the musician, they get their revenue up front, on top of if they even put in royalties inside the smart contract. So now you're generating real revenue versus waiting on or doing all these tricks, and you know you got to do too many tricks to get streams on the platform, right? And and now the fan as well. The fan can listen to the music. They own the collection, and if the fan is done with the music, now they can put it back on the market and sell it to somebody else.
I've got another hurdle for you.
Yep.
So once I've listened to the music, right, I take out my other phone, because I got my phone here. I got two phones. One phone is with your library with Dreamster. I can play a preview. I haven't bought it yet. I can play a preview.
Yep.
I take my other phone. I Shazam it now. So I got it on Shazam. So I copy and paste that onto YouTube, right? And I now hit the button, hit the download file. I get it off YouTube for free. How do you manage that?
So now we're talking about, now you get into the quality of the audio, right? So now the quality of the audio is not going to be there. And then you also, of course, we're getting into, so even if it is on YouTube, right? So there you got the copyright laws, right? So same thing with YouTube. There's a company that we're partnered with that's called Audible Magic. And so they're on the back end working the magic. Right? So for things like that, when a song gets uploaded, so let's say, for example, you try to upload a song that belongs to Jay-Z on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the technology on the back is going to get caught before they even try to, you know, take it to the next level or download the MP3 file on YouTube. So yeah, man, it's, you know, it's like, yeah, the quality, the high level quality is not going to be there.
Yeah.
Then you have the other metrics to catch it in place. But at the end of the day, it's all about the blockchain, right?
Right.
So the blockchain proves it all. So it's sort of like if you got that smart contract, you could prove that contract belongs to you.
Yeah.
And so that, you know, that's kind of what solved that problem.
Yeah, I see your point, and I think if you really are a diehard fan, you would see this as, you know, take my money, because I'm so fond of your work, and you've inspired me to, you know, study. Right, blah blah blah, whatever. I use music to study. I get it. Yeah, some people actually, you know, on the devil's advocate argument of to what you said, don't care about quality. They just care about music, because music is a drug. They just need something to concentrate or sit while they're going through a bus ride.
Of course.
But they won't get the same quality.
Right.
Yeah.
You won't get the same quality, nor will you actually get the value to actually, you know, because the paradigm is shifting, right? So everybody right now, everybody's spoiled. You know, everybody's spoiled when it comes to music. And thinking that it's gonna be around forever. That a musician is gonna continue to put their music out on platforms for free. That time has now come to an end, my friend. So,
and that's where the challenge is. That's where how are people going to transition from free music, I say, pirated, to now, oh my God, it's no longer free? I've never paid for music in my life. Why would I pay? I don't care about these artists. Just give me my music.
Well, you know, now, you know, the younger generation, because that started around 2000, what, 6, 7, with the massive, being able to massively stream music. So but prior to then, man, and that wasn't too long ago, we were paying $20 per CD. You know, we were paying $20 a CD. They had these book collections that you can actually buy. I actually used to work at Circuit City, which was a technology store that sell pretty much everything: stereos, washing machine, dryers, televisions. And I worked in the music department, and everybody would come in as soon as the album was released, and we received the distribution from the distribution centers. Everybody come in paying $30. Hey, it's a double disc. Oh, $30. But you get something physical in hand. But now in the digital world, you're getting that digital token, right? And it's provable. It's you know, proof of provenance that you actually own something now.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and so I think what most Web3 music companies are going to be doing, I think there's going to have to be a across the board technology where if you own the token, you can come to the platform of your choosing.
But let me share something with you as well. Here's where the real use, I think for me personally, where another use case comes. If you buy the NFT, which is smart contracted, now you get a pair of sneakers, for example. You can implement all these kind of, you get a goodie bag, or you get a hoodie, or you get a you don't get that with YouTube. You don't get that with pirating. If you get this, right, this is more convincing to me. Like, I get to wear the hoodie. I get to flaunt that I'm a real die-hard fan of this song. And that's where I'll be like, yeah, that's why I'm willing to pay, because you're not just getting the song, you're getting a whole package. Yeah, and I think that would be convincing for me.
Yeah, we all love getting something tangible that we can hold in our hand. I can't remember the name of the NFT platform, but when you bought the NFT, they would send you like a plaque, and it had the digital art on the plaque and the QR code. But I can't think of the name of the platform. But you know, of course, you know, it would incentivize you. It would make you want to pay more for that particular NFT.
Even decorate your house.
Yep. But I'm just speaking from a, you know, just a lower scale, and you want to be able to monetize your immediate audience, your immediate community. You can charge $5, $10. So you got a community of 10,000 people, and they all come in and they buy your album at $10. You just monetize 100,000, right? And to get $100,000 from a streaming platform, you might want to check and do your research on that, man, because you got to have billions of streams. You got to have over 2-3 billion streams to generate $100,000 in revenue for streaming.
Right.
Yeah. So.
No, that's really interesting, actually. Do you know any artists that are involved with music NFTs off the top of your head?
Yeah. One artist, I know a lot of my friends in Atlanta actually knows who this guy is, but I love his music. His name is Money Man. And Money Man is definitely involved in the music and the NFT industry. Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
He's definitely involved in the NFT music industry, and I'm connected to some of his people as well. And so it's just a matter of us finishing our development side and getting the meeting and showing these people what we have. So I have tons of people in Atlanta that are interested in Web3 music because everybody is curious about the technology.
Can you let us know when Eminem's interested?
Eminem
In Dreamster.
Okay. Well, I mean, I had to reach out to my contacts, man, because I know a lot of people in the United States, and I don't think it would be impossible to get a meeting with Eminem sing and show them what we have. So that's the great part about our company. We have tons of connections. I'm connected globally. I met so many great people here in Dubai. Met so many great people in Southeast Asia. So many people in India, so many people in, just the European markets. So we're not limited to connecting and, meeting the right people.
Brilliant. And what's your, so definitely there are going to be different marketplaces like OpenSea, Rarible, and those other ones that will be also integrating music because they see money in that too. What would be your, unique selling point here compared to them? Is it the commission that you take? What would be your unique selling point?
So our unique selling point would definitely we're definitely going to come in competitive with the transaction fees, but our main unique selling point is, me as a founder and making this connection that the users want, right? So giving the fan the real connection to have with the artist with the backstage pass, giving musicians the opportunity to come in and create NFTs for free, creating a whole ecosystem, such as the Dreamster wallet, the Dreamster exchange, the decentralized NFT marketplace. So we have quite a few products in-house that our community will actually be able to access versus, some of the other platforms, which are really good platforms like OpenSea. And we have it where on our platform, if you create these NFTs on other platforms, you can bring that smart contract over and you can connect that NFT on our platform and you can actually post your music on the platform as well.
Right.
Excuse me. So we're actually interrupting, and working with these other platforms as well.
Okay, it's more like collab effort.
Yep.
Do you use Spotify by any chance?
No, I use Apple Music.
Apple
right now.
Music, right?
Yep.
You got a subscription, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yep.
Right. So, do you ever putting yourself in your own shoes here? Would you ever cancel your subscription, and no longer having that ease of access when you're in the gym or when you're in an unexpected place with no internet? Would you cancel? Are you at a stage where I'm able to cancel and make a full transition?
So, of course. I would.
You have to say yes. Yeah. It would be weird if you didn't.
Of course I would, especially if my the music that I like to listen to is no longer there. So.
But if it is there, then no.
If it is there, I still want to own music.
Of course.
You know, so yeah, I would, you know, I would exercise other options. You know, if I can actually, you know, put my money where there's value, you know, I'm gonna do that. So if I could build my own collection, and even, you know, even when I'm no longer here, if I can hand my collection down to my children, or, you know, just pass them down to other family members and friends. Hey man, here's something I'm going to gift to you. You know, I've had this collection in my NFT wallet for 10 years. You know, so I mean, like I said, that's why I call it paying rent. When you're paying rent to other platforms, because yeah, you're listening to music, but we want to, you know, we cherish what we listen to, right? You know, it's cool, yeah. Tons of, you could listen to the radio station for free,
right?
You know, but when we start putting our money behind it, we want something in return.
100%.
Yeah.
The reason I ask you that is because there have been mixed opinions about this on the transition from Spotify, Apple Music to a new playlist, a new platform where you now have to recreate your playlist from scratch, and then also you may not always. You're paying per music as opposed to paying one fee per month, and you get access to all music.
Yeah.
And that transition is hard to make because
Yeah.
music taps into your soul, taps into your emotions, makes you cry, makes you feel energized, makes you motivated in the gym. It's a really hard thing to just transition from.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. That's just what I'm seeing right here, right now.
Yeah, so that's why we also make sure we had the option for individuals, to musicians and even record labels, to upload music for free.
Right. Yeah.
So
on Dreamster.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just
you have to buy each one.
Like you don't have. It's not restricted to buying the actual token. Right. So. We even have it where you're gonna be able to buy, you know, with a credit card, debit card. You don't have to directly primarily use crypto, but we're just trying to make sure individuals that come over from Web2 that they understand, like, hey, you can come over and sign in with a Gmail email address or whatever, and you can listen to music, download music in the app. So
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say one thing. You know. From a musician perspective, 100%, this is great for them because they're the ones who put all the effort into this. They hired, you know, lyricists and all kinds of things.
Right.
Music producers, and it takes about something around like 229 streams just to get $1 on Spotify. Right. You know, it takes so many, like 200 so many streams.
Right. A lot of work.
Of course, if you make a lot of streams, it's no issue for you, but still, they don't get paid as much.
Right.
And I think at YouTube, it's like 80% goes to YouTube, 20 to the artist. It's very bad, I understand. Just for the masses, for the real masses, because there are more non-artists than there are artists.
Right.
And for the masses to really be convinced, it's going to take, you know, especially price-sensitive markets, price-sensitive countries. I see pushback from them saying, why when I can just, you know, stream it on Spotify?
Right,
I pay just one fee, and I get this whole database, and that's the only pushback.
So to answer that, well, just to respond to that, like you said, you know, you got artists like Kanye West, that are taking their music off.
Yeah, he's willing to. He's like, you don't want to listen to my music? No problem.
Yeah, so
he can do that.
Yeah. So you know, because every artist is actually not an independent artist. Yeah. You know, and some artists are tied into contracts with different labels.
That's true.
So even if a label wanted to change directions, and they see the actual value behind it, you know, why not take it? Why not take advantage of it? But you know, we're a new player in the game. We're one of the, you know, Web3 players in the game, and we are here to grow with the industry.
Really nice.
You know, because this, you know, it is a very technical industry from a coding perspective, and you know, just preventing hacks and everything. So there are so many layers to what we're doing that people don't see. You know, because I have a lot of friends and family. They're like, man, when's he gonna be ready? I'm like, man, if you only knew, you know, the work that it takes to make sure smart contracts are, you know, have been audited properly, to make sure penetration testing has been done, to make sure, you know, when you do a transaction, your transaction is safe. So because you're dealing with digital assets. So our job is to make sure when it happens that it is, is going to be a smooth transition.
And now coming to AI, with the advent of AI technology, we're seeing lots of deep fakes and lots of AI generated music where artists have never even had they use the voices of artists, right, without their consent to make music, and some of them are actually masterpieces.
Right.
What is your take on that? Because when you're anonymous, you can't really track them, you can't really identify them.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that? Is that the end of music?
No, I don't think it's the end of music. I think we have to do a better job of self-identifying who these people really are. Making sure that the artist that comes to the Dreamster platform is a real artist. Doing our KYC,
right.
Some type of due diligence on our end to make sure even when they, get involved and sign up, because I've heard a song online. It was by Lil Wayne, but it was AI generated.
Right.
And but for us, it's I don't really agree with it. I'm not for it.
Yeah.
Especially trying to emulate someone's name, and but I'm not for that. I don't agree with it. As far as the solution, right now I can't give you a solution of what needs to happen, but I can give you a solution on what the route that we would take to just kind of to do our due diligence to verify that, okay, it's almost like if you go to eBay and a person sets on an account on eBay and they say, hey, I have this car for sale, but they have zero rating, 0 sales,
right,
0 stars.
Yeah.
So you kind of it's already a red flag, like, I'm not bidding on this car, I'm not buying this car. So we have to put metrics like that in place to make sure when the user comes to the platform that, this is legitimate. This is I can trust this particular music and go from there. Yep. And we'll remove certain things once we catch it. It's been AI driven.
Very nice. Coming now onto topic of personal well-being, because we're a fitness and financial freedom podcast here. So going into your personal life now, how often are you able to manage business, right, your professional work with your personal health?
Gotcha.
In terms of fitness, nutrition,
Gotcha.
food, things like that?
Yeah, so I will say at times it can become difficult, but I have to put myself on a strict schedule. So for me, I like to have fun. I like to have fun, but I also like to work even harder. So I have I'm self-driven when it comes to getting work done, and everybody asks me, man, well, how do you do it?
Right.
And I've always had that, ambition, like, hey man, if I don't get this done, and it started in elementary school with our teachers, where you don't get to go outside for recess if this work is not done.
Right.
And so, that I've experienced sitting in the classroom and watching everybody else outside for recess. And so I'm like, man, you know what? I got to do my work. and it crosses over to real life, right? It's the same way. It's the same thing. And so, and if you don't do the work, and back in grade school, you don't get to go to the next grade, which was the most embarrassing thing ever.
Yeah.
Right? So because you got to go back to the same school and everybody looking like you didn't make it.
Yeah.
But in the real world, you don't eat. Right?
Wow.
So in the real world, if you don't do your work, you don't eat. And the bills aren't paid. You can't support your family. You can't support a staff. So for me, of course, focus on putting everything on a particular schedule, making sure I take the appropriate supplements.
Right.
I even have a supplement I'm drinking in my drink, man. It's a hydration tablet. Hydration tablet, man. And so just making sure I take different supplements for, my mental sanity. And these are natural supplements. And then, of course, Daily, I swim.
You swim daily?
I swim daily, yeah, I do. Right now, I'm about 80 laps per day.
Wow.
About 80 laps per day in a 25-meter pool.
Wow.
And so some of the laps are timed workouts.
What's your favorite stroke in swimming?
Right now, I'm freestyle right now.
Freestyle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really, really good at backstroke, but you know, freestyle right now.
I always get anxiety with backstroke because hitting my head.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
Once you look at the flag or the little
yeah, what if you don't have a flag?
If you don't have it, then you better
check.
Man. But you know, and then just making sure eating late.
Yeah.
I kind of still struggle with that.
Right.
Because most of the time I'm up working because I'm in the Dubai region. Sometimes I may have a call with somebody in a different region like the US or Mexico or whatever. Right. And I'm up. So I'm like, man, I'm actually hungry. So I have to maintain that discipline of, you know, eating light snacks. Right. Versus trying to go in and eat a whole meal. But other than that, it's just setting a schedule. Setting a schedule, making sure everything is done appropriately, and then knowing when to shut it down. You know, so on the weekends sometimes, like right now, it's kind of crucial because we're getting closer to our lunch, so we have to get certain things done. But after the lunch, it's gonna be tight schedule. Hey man, right. Friday evening after 5 o'clock or after 2 o'clock. I'm done. You know, so I'll get back on it. I'll touch back in with it on Monday. And so yeah, just being able to shut it down, being able to shut your phone off at night because it's going to continue to just buzz and ring. And then next thing you know, you continue as an owner and founder in the space, you continuously have new ideas. So you continuously jumping on like, oh, let me see if this.
It's true. It's dopamine. You know, I put my phone in flight mode before I sleep. Yeah. But what about how often do you go to the gym? A week?
Per week.
Less than before.
I don't lift weights as much as I used
to,
man.
Are you telling me that you don't? How do you tell me you don't lift weights without telling me you don't? I don't lift
weights as much as I used to, because playing American football, man, we did two a day workouts, lifting weights.
Two times in one day?
2 times in one day, yeah. Wow. So, and that stuff became, kind of stressful on my body. Right. And so even now, I may go to the gym maybe twice a week, maybe.
Really? Damn.
Maybe, yeah. But most of the time, I rollerblade as well. So
you rollerblade?
I rollerblade.
Damn.
Man, look,
you ski? I skate?
Yeah, I do snowboard.
You snowboard as well?
Yeah, I have my own board. I have my own Burton boots. So I snowboard, rollerblade, drive motorcycles.
Surf?
Not surf. I do stand-up paddleboard.
Okay.
So I had a stand-up paddle, a hard stand-up paddleboard in Miami, and I used to live in Miami for a little while. I had a boat down in Miami, speedboat. Damn. So I'm connected to the marine life. A certified scuba diver with Patty, and so and that's something I want to actually do here in Dubai. I want to do Deep Dive Dubai, which is the largest indoor pool.
It's a scuba diving thing.
It's scuba diving, yeah. So you can scuba dive and go in different rooms.
Damn.
Of course I love BMX bikes. I'm a 1980s BMX bike lover. I'm just a fan of the 80s, man.
Wow, I love it.
I'm a fan of the 80s.
Love it.
That's, that's really why I believe in, where this technology is headed. Because I think people are going to go back to the true creativity. Of course we have AI that kind of help with, people being creative, but I think, we're going to go back to that true creativity. I think
it's better if I ask you, what sport have you not done, than asking you, what sports have you done? I haven't really gotten into golf. Golf.
I got a lot of my buddies, man. They're like, man, come play golf.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wait, we just stand there and hit it
with a stick. Yeah, man, you can do you can network and do a bunch of things on the golf course. I know, and no disrespect to the guys that play golf now, because it is a sport. But for me, I'm not ready for the golf yet.
Okay.
Give me about 10 more years.
10 more years.
Yeah, 10 more years, I may go out there.
Have you done any skydiving? Oh.
Not yet. I have not gotten into skydiving.
Okay.
I was with a swim group out here in Dubai. Cool group, man. A dope group called Swim Tribe Dubai, and they do open water swim. So I went out in the ocean. I did the open water swim a couple of times, and that's a different level. It's a different level, man, and it's fun and it's, great workout, but it's also dangerous. So
interesting.
So yep.
You struck me as a person that served in the military. Did you?
Nah.
You never served in the military.
I can say
never served in the Marine Corps.
No, I can say where I grew up. Where I grew up was
Was it rough?
It was very rough. Man.
Really?
You gotta be on it.
Yeah.
You had to be on it at an early age.
Oh.
A lot of different things going on in the community. So you kind of had.
It was in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah.
Oh, I see.
In Atlanta, Georgia, yep.
Which sort of neighborhood was it? you don't want to say?
I'm gonna take downtown Atlanta.
Downtown.
It's downtown Atlanta, man.
Fair.
Downtown Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay.
So yeah, man. So I just try to stay involved, man. Try to stay active, and keep my mind focused on on the goal and the vision, and of course do fun activities to help stay in shape.
And with all this that you're doing, business, nutrition, swimming, and all that, you have kids in a family?
Yeah.
You do. So you've got that on the side too.
Yes.
Sorry, as a full-time thing too.
Yes.
In Dubai?
Well, most of them in the U.S.
In the U.S. Okay.
Yeah.
At least you've got that that space for yourself.
Yep.
To focus on your business here.
Yep.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Great. So, going back to Dreamster, what's there to come? So we're only in 3 months in 2024. So we've got another 9 more months before 2025. What can the audience expect?
Okay, so within the next month and a half, the audience can expect to participate in the Dreamster launch and the pre-sale of the Dreamster token. So we're actually giving people an opportunity to get involved early in the pre-sale of the Dreamster token, which has multiple use cases. They'll be able to use the Dreamster token on the music platform. They'll be able to use the token as a staking utility on all the platforms. You can use the token to get 0 transaction fees on the NFT marketplace. So we're partnered with K-Run Labs here in Dubai as our market maker. So they're going to be assisting us with our pre-launch and marketing, and so individuals can get involved and join the community. They can go to the platforms. The music platform is still under development. It's about 90% complete, and so but individuals can go in and they can kind of walk through it and see what we're building. And our crypto exchange is complete. NFT marketplace is complete.
Brilliant.
Excuse me. The upgrade to the wallet will be done probably in 1 week. But other than that, we wanted to make sure when people actually participate in our community products or our token pre-sale, that this is not a white paper idea. This is real. We've been around since 2021. They can go back and research us, research some stuff we've done for just marketing when we were actually initiating the project. But we're a real product. We're here to stay.
Great.
So we're here to build partnerships. Anyone who want a partner with us in any aspect, they can reach us at Dreamster.world.
So you'll make it rain?
Hey man.
Launch of the token?
Hey man. So like I said, we're already in talks with certain launch pads, and so now it's just a matter of
give me a yes. You'll make it rain. All right.
You can make it rain.
We'll leave it there.
To the moon. To the moon. I say that.
We'll leave it there. Finally, for the audience, if they want to find out more information about Dreamster, what is the best way to find out more information?
To find out more information about Dreamster, just visit Dreamster.world. You can go there, and that will take you to all of our products. That'll take you to our white paper, so you can see all of the backside of how the platform actually works. You actually get the links to go to all the different products. You get the links to go to the social media channels, which we're actually reactivating our social medias because we put a pause on it based on development. Right. But now that we're done, pretty much at the end of development, so people are going to see a lot of activity going on in social media.
Well, if you need a content creator, I'm available.
Man, look, Brian, say no more. Look.
Say no more. Mario, it's been a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
People watching this, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you found this insightful. So Mario's bridging technology with music through NFTs, which is really, really interesting for artists and for those who want to, prove their ownership, because it's much better to own something than pretend you own something.
Yep.
So really watch this space. I hope you found this insightful. Thank you for following us. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.